All right, so the cows are now at Corey's. So a week's essentially Sunday they got loose. Cows got loose. Monday we tried to just make a lane and push them across the bridge with just the one set of rubber mats, and there we go. Come on. They're turning around. Come on. I think Tuesday I got a second set of rubber mats and we tried to get them to cross the bridge, and that didn't work, so we changed our plan and we put the rubber mats down and we put hay down and we baited the other side of the bridge with good hay, and that was yesterday, Wednesday, yes. And we created a different lane that wasn't muddy, and I left around 4 o'clock, I think. No, 2:30. We got that all set, and then by sunset, Corey texted me and they were across the bridge. So the question is, what lessons can we pull from that for the Sunday message? Because it's time for the Sunday message. And we have water. Jeez, what happened to this water? Man, they put a lot of hay in this water. Hi kids, welcome to your new home. Yeah, I'll get you some water. All right, well, we rolled the bale down the hill, which is nice. What the plan is, even though Corey has grass here, it could definitely use more seed and more carbon and more hay. So we're gonna put the bales up along there, and we'll just roll them down the hill to spread them out. And there's a troublemaker right there. Number one, you're a troublemaker. The young ones are frisky sometimes. So there we go. Whew. All right, well, we're here at Healing Pastures, and it's time for the Sunday message. This portion of the program has been brought to you by Old Man Sunglasses, as always. And I receive no money from Old Man Sunglasses Inc. because it doesn't exist. It's in my mind. So it's been quite a week. It's Thursday as I'm making this video. So I was saying before, the cows got loose on Sunday because one of us forgot to turn the fence back on, which is no big deal because they're not near the road. They were not near the road. Now they are, but we have decent perimeter fence. And there's a whole process going on of us really beginning to learn what cows will do and what they won't do, when to push them, when to allow them to kind of have the choice of when to go, when to do what we need them to do, to set them up so they have no choice but to kind of go where we want them to go. And so for me, the lesson is all about the bridge. Whenever any of us is attempting to make any kind of change, any kind of shift, any kind of move in our lives, there's always a bridge. There's always a bridge that we don't really want to cross. There's always that moment when it seems like, oh shit, do I really want to do this? I don't know if I want to do this. I thought I wanted to do it, but now that I'm at the edge of the bridge, not sure. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Stick around. Here we go. The lesson again is when we are crossing into new territory. Crossing into new territory for all of us. We're all animals. We all have that uncertainty. And I'm literally right now negotiating with the people that own the other half of Corey's cow herd to purchase the rest of them and put them with this group. And I'm at that edge of the bridge, because the minute my dad and I write that check, it's going to be a different experience. Like right now, I have 2 cows and the rest are Corey's, and it's they're his cows, I don't have to worry about that too much. Well, yeah, we'll basically both have the same number of cows, so we can continue to help each other, but it's going to cost money in hay during the winter. So one of our long-term goals is to create winter stockpile so that whenever there's not snow on the ground, there's actually something for them to eat out there or out here. So it's all about laying down hay, which will help us to seed and help to nourish the soil, and also feed the cows. And the cows will then, every time we move, we'll put a hay bale in a different spot, so they will move, so their manure will be spread over the entire property. And the result, hopefully, sooner than later, will be grass, lush, green grass. And then we can move them through each of the fields. And now that we kind of figured out the bridge thing, we can just move them back and forth across the bridge as necessary. And it may take a day or two, but we're pretty much on it. So the lesson, this week's lesson for the spiritual but not religious, is that every part of our life there is a bridge, and when we cross it, things are different. Eventually we will cross the final bridge to wherever it is we came from. But every day there are small bridges to cross. Every day there are new experiences that we might not be 100% sure we want. So the process, it's all about the process, people. It's all about the process and being willing to cross the bridge into a new experience. And everything I'm doing here in the whole farming thing is new. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is not a how-to channel. This is not how to farm. This is, I am starting a farm, and I'm starting a farm because I am called by spirit to start a farm. And I don't know how it's all going to work out. Where's the sun? Oh, there's the sun. Look at that. Oh, halo. But it is a spiritual process. And raising food and being respectful of these animals, and also understanding that it's never the cow's fault. It's never the dog's fault. It's the owner, farmer, trainer, leaders' responsibility, and it's not their fault either. It's not about fault. It's about how are we wired, and how can we use our native wiring to accomplish what we set out to accomplish. And one of the things I think all of us are setting out to accomplish in our lives is to, the purpose of life, I heard in a song last night, the purpose of life is to live life on purpose. Right? The purpose of our lives is to live purposefully in our lives. And for me, the last couple of days, I have walked 5 to 7 miles a day doing all this. One day I think I did 17,000 footsteps. And the reality is, we're here to experience this, and so many of us never leave our homes. So many of us are spending so much time in front of our computer screens or our phones that we're not going outside. And this forces me outside. It forces me to exercise, as I've said before. But everything, there's a bridge. And sometimes the bridge looks inviting, sometimes it doesn't. The bottom line is, together, we can cross the bridge. Together, we can change the world. And that's what I will say pretty much every Sunday, except for this. there is something greater than us that has created us and put us here. I don't know what it is. I call it God. It's not a God, an old man with a beard sitting on a chair judging us all the time. That's a projection of the human king that people have lived under the thumb of for thousands of years. God is something that is so big that we cannot comprehend it. But I think spirit is the bridge. And when we cross over it towards God, something changes, something shifts. And then all of a sudden, everything seems to make sense on a deeper level. So I hope this makes sense to you on a deeper level. I love you. I'm sending out my thoughts and prayers to you. Prayers for those who cannot leave their homes. Prayers for those who are facing the ultimate bridge. Prayers for those who are lonely and would like someone to cross the bridge with. Prayers for those who need prayers but don't know they do. Prayers for those who don't need prayers but should get them anyway. To live prayerfully and humbly, to live with eyes wide open towards the magic of the world, and to see spring coming in. Those are the prayers I send out, and hopefully you can feel them, because I feel yours coming back. Peace, love, grooviness. Amen. Fragile dawn steals in through my window. Every day, another day. And the wonder of it all still thrills me. In fact, it takes my breath away. Every day I glance outside my window. People rushing by. Every day I wonder if they know what it means to be alive. Oh, look out hope over hell. Look out faith over fail. Look out truth over lies. The truth shall make you well. Look out dream over scheme. Look out time over dime. Look out fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. We're an Easter people in a Good Friday world. At least that's what somebody said. Are we mad dreamers or insane lovers to worship a God raised from the dead? Lord, if you answered all our passionate questions, would we be happier tomorrow? Why is it that we, children of joy, spend so much time in sorrow? Oh, look out hope over hell. Look out faith over fail. Look out truth over lies. The truth shall make you well. Look out dream over scheme. Look out time over time. Look out fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. Let the evening come and hold us closely. Let morning come and keep us warm. Let the fears and phantoms of this world leave us whole and free from harm. Let the ribbon of this well-worn highway unravel where it will. Let the drifting blossoms of the spring
honest with you still. Oh, look out, hope over hell. Look out, faith over fail. Look out, truth over lies. The truth shall make you well. Look out, dream over scheme. Look out, time over time. Look out, fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. If we never face fear, will you go the extra mile? And if I could, I'd wrap my arms around you and leave you with a smile. Oh, look out, hope over hell. Look out, faith over fail. Look out, truth over lies. The truth shall make you well. Look out, dream over scheme. Look out, time over time. Look out, fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. Look out, fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. Look out, fire in the eyes. It saves you every time. Look out, fire in the eyes. It saves you every time.
So, as I said, it's Thursday morning as I'm making this. I'm going to be heading to Albany, New York this weekend to do some music at Unity Church in Albany. I'm also meeting up with a bunch of people from as far away as Connecticut at the Honest Weight Food Co-op and delivering some meat. And I am deeply grateful for the dozen or so people who are buying our meat and really appreciate their willingness to step out of the grocery store habit and to work with a local farmer who is still learning how to organize all that stuff. We set up an inventory on the website. Check out healingpastors.org. Go to the farm drop-down menu and you can see the inventory of all the meat we have. At this point, it's a little bit late for you to order because when I release this, it will already be Sunday. But next month, the first weekend of May, first weekend of May, I will be bringing more meat. So check out the website, check out the drop-down menu, and then you can text me or use the contact form, and I will respond as soon as I can. I love this bridge, and to me, it's not scary anymore, but I'll turn the camera around so you can kind of see what we did. So this is the mat, and we put crappy hay on it. And they definitely worked some of this hay into the mud, so that's good. And Corey closed the gate behind him, which was a brilliant idea. That was the idea here, that we didn't have to fasten it if we put the two gates, the two hog panels between these stakes. You know, then they would not leave, and they didn't, so it's good. So I guess the last point that I want to make is that whenever there's a bridge in your life that you need to cross, sometimes it's helpful to close the gate behind you so that you have no choice but to move forward. And that's discipline. Discipline is closing the gate behind you. And I don't want to go into it too much in this episode, in this exciting action-packed episode, but my dad and I have been on the carnivore diet now for almost 2 months. And this last week, there were some stressors, and I did cheat a few times. So I've left a gate open. Any grocery store, you can get all kinds of crap, right? But I go to the grocery store a lot less now, so there's less temptation, and it's less convenient for me to like buy a pint of ice cream. And so we're making progress in all areas of our lives, and even the areas that don't seem like we're making progress. There's often something going on deeper than we can fathom. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the song. And yeah, I'll leave you with some cute animals, as I always do. And I will hopefully see you next week, bright and early. And I appreciate you very much. Thanks for tuning in to Healing Pastures, the Farm Church. And again, this is not a how-to channel. This is we're doing it, and here's what we're learning. And if it can help you in your life, that's why we're doing this. And we also, for me personally, this is a wonderful way to keep track of my progress and to be able to look back years from now and go, oh, remember when we had trouble moving the cows across the bridge and it was a big deal? And now we just do it all the time. And we've learned, right? So learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do, dare to be who you want to be. Dare to do what you came here to do. It's all good. Peace, love, and grooviness. Over and out. Boom. Good boy, good girl. Wait. Next week, the dogs and the sheep have got to be my priority. And this is what I'm going to cross in, hopefully without falling on my face, which I often do. Who's the Luna face? Who's my Luna girl? Who's my Luna tuna? My Luna tuna, yes. She's my Luna tuna. Spike, come. Good boy. Yes. 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 Here's a big boy. Here's a big boy. All right. All right. I'll greet you. I promise. Yes, good boy. I got a tissue in my hand. Because my glasses were totally wet because I tried to use the pump to get you guys some water, or to get the sheep some water. Yeah. Oh, down he goes. Oh yeah, and now they gotta play. All right, they're so happy they have to attack each other. That's how dogs play. Oh yeah, they really grab each other though. They have little scabs all over their bodies from when they attack each other with real teeth. Oh, stop. All right. So this is the perfect summary of these two dogs. He just wants to be near me. She is on the lookout, doing her own thing. Miss Independent. Where's my good boy? Where's my good boy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got so much footage of you doing this because it's close. What's that sound? Is that you snurfling? Or is it your belly? You hungry? I didn't feed you much yesterday because I ran out of food. All right. And it happens to be a beautiful, beautiful day here in the end of March, March 30th, 2023. This is where we are. And the sheep are really, really into their hay bale. I didn't unroll it because I wanted to see what they would do. Yeah. A little perspective from up on the hill. Wow. So the river actually makes quite a bend. Goes all the way around, then it comes all the way back. So at some point, this chunk of land that Corey owns, zoom in there, that chunk of land right there, the river is gonna want to keep going. But for now, it goes all the way around. So Corey's got a lot of river. And we can pump water from that pretty much at any point if we have enough hose. And if the hoses aren't frozen. All right. So there you have it. Another Sunday message. I think it's been almost a full year now that I've been giving you a philosophical idea. What? Why are you doing that? Normally she just sniffs me and then chills out. But that's the thing, is to observe your animals. Observe yourself as well. What's going on, Rubs? Is she bothering you? Is she bothering you, baby? How's my girl? How's my girl? For a big girl, you sure get around. Don't step on Curly Freckles' tail. So Red Girl, something going on with her. She's acting very pushy. Well, she looks kind of pregnant to me. She's got some nipple action going on here. She's got some nipple action. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yeah, let's see what food was, what you ate. You didn't eat much. Huh. Well, is this frozen? No, it's not frozen. No, I'm not going to give him any more food till tomorrow. And then I'll fill it up for the weekend. All right. Good. Those are beautiful.
Snowdrops.
Yeah. I gotta get this vast array. Oh my God.